internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over SWIFT one day?
Well,
what's the need for XRP if you've got the stablecoin?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. It is truly a blessing to be a part of this community and to own this digital asset that 99% of the world's population is confused about. Because soon we are going to see the true value. And when we do see that, everybody's going to get priced out. Your average person buying XRP at $10, $5, $8, $20, $30, they're never going to accumulate enough to ever achieve any sort of generational wealth. And that is a fact. It's hard hitting, it hurts, but it's reality. In today's video, we're going to go over briefly a question that never gets answered in depth, but we've covered it many times for years now in depth on how this is going to work. Monica Long, the president of Ripple, was asked about, the role of XRP, and my goodness, here's a little collage, a little video, but it's just so crazy how big this is going to get. And I love that only some of us get it and we're on like the same wavelength. And my goodness, mic drop moment. Just take a listen to this and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And then we're going to go over some bullish points.
What's the need for XRP if you've got the stablecoin?
Yes. So XRP, it serves serves a couple different roles to explain. Serves a couple different roles to explain. Within the blockchain, the XRP ledger, it's the native asset. So you need it for gas fees. You need it for the reserve account minimum. And so as there's more users and more use cases built on XRP ledger, that asset will always be needed. Secondly, we were talking about how when the ledger was first invented, it was novel in that it had this decentralized exchange built into it. Within that exchange, which, a lot of the focus from our team is on bringing developers onto the ledger who have use cases for transactions in that exchange. But if a trading pair doesn't have liquidity between it.
Now, the second one is more complicated. It has to do with liquidity.
But if a trading pair doesn't have liquidity between it, it auto bridges. It goes between XRP.
You need to go and search for a third-party currency in order to make this settlement actually happen.
It goes between XRP for efficiency, speed, and cost. So that will be increasingly important use case as more activity comes to the blockchain.
Interesting.
But we still do use it, as part of our payments offering. So it's kind of dependent on customer use case.
It's like that was pretty much all that was said. Like nothing. Obviously, they can't go in depth. They have a 30-minute time frame. They're doing a segment, but XRP, like I've said many times, has multiple use cases, not just one. So you're looking at different avenues, different value coming onto chain and growing the chain. So we are in the midst of a major shift. But everything is changing faster than anyone expected, right? Atkins came and he gave a little saying, I'm here, I'm going to work on this. We're going to focus on DLT technology and regulation, and also said this.
And as Richard was saying, I really do salute.
That was pretty cool. But right now we are watching the walls come down and the old system is scrambling to catch up. And the new financial future is being born in real time as we are making this episode. You got the Federal Reserve on top of that coming out, just announced that they are withdrawing their crypto guidance for banks. That is not something small. That's not a maybe here. Like, this is a full pullback. They're saying we're stepping out of your way. This means that you got banks the biggest institutions and these monstrous banks that Ripple is working with, those that are going to be announced soon, and my goodness, we're going to be in for a wild ride. They're all going to move into these digital assets, stable coins, tokenized dollars, full force. No more waiting for permission. No more fear. It's happening. The dominoes are starting to fall. Check this out. So you have Circle coming out saying that there's no cross-border real-time payment system yet. In test mode, we moved USD to BRL in 72 seconds end to end. Let that sink in. You know what should really sink into all my viewers when I tell you guys that nothing has gone full production yet, right? This isn't mass scale. It's just test mode. And God knows what Ripple is doing behind the scenes. We found the 4 Sundays. We've seen those tests, and those are going to be verified, proved internally soon. But, you know, the proof of what we've been saying all along, the systems are not fully live, not fully deployed, boom. And I can't believe Circle even just came out and said this. I mean, we are, like I said, we're going to see stuff that our little minds no human has ever witnessed what we're about to witness. Think about that. That is so monumental if you think about it. No human has ever lived through this sort of transformation ever. That is so cool. And the ones that don't see it are complete morons. And we are at a stage where the groundwork is being laid for the future global economy right now. Once these pipes are in place, once these systems move from test to live production, there will be no going back. The entire financial world, banking, payments, investing, will be rewired into digital rails. We are standing at the gates of a new financial era, and make no mistake, this train is leaving the station whether people are ready or not. And those who wait will be left behind. And the reason why I'm so bullish, because you guys know my experience. I've seen this, worked in this industry. I know how these guys move, and I know how long something like this takes to plan. Because like I said, I've mentioned this a couple times. I remember when we went through the digitization of, e-statements, transitioning from paper to e-statements, and just doing that whole thing. I didn't even last that whole long. I went to a different project. I was in there for maybe 6 months, 4 months, worked on some few aspects, and moved on to another project while they took over with a different, bigger team. And I can't even imagine how they're doing it and how they're coordinating it. And that's why I say patience. Patience, ladies and gentlemen, patience. It's something money cannot buy, but it's something that you can train your mind. And there's nothing wrong with patience. There's no rush. What is the rush? What are you going to do? You have $1 million today. What are you going to do? You're going to feel comfortable. That's it. Okay, but just there's no rush. Remember, just thank yourself that you're a part of this and we see what others don't see. And I do apologize for the late upload. I have this really, really bad headache, and honestly speaking, I don't even know how again, whatever. I'm out. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta take an ibuprofen or an Advil and go to sleep. I don't like taking pills, but I gotta take a pill. So with that being said, we will be back with another video, and I will be in the comments for a couple, maybe an hour or two. So I'll see you guys in the comments below. Yawn. We're going out.
Tech stagnation is that when something does happen, we don't even know how to process it. So, I think Bitcoin was a big invention. We can debate whether it was good or bad, but it was a pretty big deal. And it was systematically underestimated for at least, the first 10, 11 years. You could trade it. It went up smoothly for 10, 11 years. It didn't get repriced all at once because we're in a world where nothing big ever happens. And so we have no way of processing it when something pretty big happens. The internet was pretty big in 99. Bitcoin was moderately big. The internet was really big. Bitcoin was moderately big. And I'd say passing the Turing test is really big. It's on the same scale as the internet.
It's Started with a vision, now it's spreading wide. SLT's the token, it's our Degen pride. 24 hours crypto, leading the call. Bringing XRP believers, united we stand tall. First ledger's on fire, trades like the scene. SLT's the movement, power in the dream. From the memes to the moon, we're making it real. 100 XRP, that's the deal. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny. This ain't just a token, it's a battle cry. For those who know, XRP will fly high. Salute is the name, SLT the ticker. First ledger's buzzing, trades getting quicker. Building the future, brick by brick. In a world powered by Ripple, the vision will stick. We're more than a meme, it's a movement strong. XRP believers, let's prove them wrong. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny. 24 hours crypto, the captain of the crew. SLT's the anthem, for the bold and true. Through the dips and the pumps, we stand and fight. Believing in the ledger, in the dawn's bright light. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny. So raise your SLT, let the world hear the sound. XRP believers, we're Ripple bound. From the memes to the charts, the vision is clear. Salute to the future, the time is near. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.